I just think we weren't the aggressors tonight, and just such a talented offensive team. They can really shoot the ball, space the floor, got a lot of options. So just gotta go back, take a look at some stuff. Starts with me at the top and being aggressive and not letting, and then it flows to the wings and the top of the key, not being able to have the ball move back and forth and not letting guys get comfortable, getting a rhythm. So.
They might have the best shooting backcourt in the league. Most people think so. Where do you draw the line between saying, okay, they're great shooters, they're going to do that, and no, we can stop it?
Oh, they've had plenty. They're the best shooters for sure, or whatever the percentages show. I don't really know all the percentages, but they've all had tough shooting nights, and there have been nights when both of them have really struggled, and it's our job to make sure that happens when they play us.
You guys have been spending so much time on team and individual defense. How frustrating is it to have a night like this, even though it's a game that doesn't count?
I mean, it is frustrating, but it's good if we learn from it. If we don't learn from it, then it's the worst thing ever. Then you're just kind of you'll watch it happen over and over and over again. It's so early, and we're glad it doesn't count yet. But in our minds, it's really we have to learn from it. If we don't, then we'll have a lot of nights like this, and I don't think we plan on having that.
First time you've had a chance to play next to Kobe. I know when you were traded here, that's something that you thought a lot about. Kobe told us he thought a lot about it. How did you think it went, and what was it like for you?
I thought it went fine. Just I haven't even taken reps with the first team in practice, so today was the very first time I did anything with him, pretty much. And it's just a growth process. It's just learning each other's spots, reading each other. I think the second half we were a lot more comfortable than in the first half. In the first half we weren't sure. We were trying to figure it out. In the second half it seemed to flow more.
You told me in San Diego that you didn't really feel comfortable. You seemed a little disappointed after that game. You looked, to me, more comfortable tonight. Am I right?
Yeah, I think I was a little more comfortable today, and just game 2 and working off some of that rust. And off season's a long time, so.
All right, what do you want to focus on now? They're giving you a day off tomorrow. I know some of you guys are getting treatment, and then right back to the drawing board on Saturday. What do you want to emphasize?
Well, the good thing is we get to play them twice, so make some adjustments and see how they react and respond to it on Sunday. And it's the same team, the same players, so we'll be able to try different stuff and hopefully have a better result.
We talked to Kobe. He said he wants to push you to be a great defender. Is that something that you've talked to him about?
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I talk to him about on the court is he's pushing me and he's demanding a lot from me, and he's definitely taking on a mentorship role for me on the court, and that's something that I don't think I've had in my previous 4 years in the league, and it's just nice to have somebody who's pushing me and helping me, teaching me the tricks, and it's also nice when he's one of the best to ever do it, even on the defensive end.
Can you compare him to anyone? You played with Carmelo and Dwight and James, and these are all great players, but what's a little bit something that he does that you haven't had before?
He's a little later in his career, right? Like when I was with Melo, he was younger, same with James and Dwight. But with Kobe, he's been around, he understands, he's done it. And just attention to detail, and just he cares about all the little things, and even just for me, it's like the stuff that he talks to me about, I didn't ever even think about some of the little stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, all right, that's one way to look at it. And so he's challenging me to expand even my perspective, and I think that's really important. And I think that's something that I love doing, and it's it's a blessing that he's here in the same locker room with the same, he has that philosophy. So.
What are some of the examples of that?
Just little stuff, how to use your hands. Like when you think of defense, you think about positioning and stuff like that. But he's always talking about your offhand and stuff that, little stuff or little angles or little fakes and just really small things that you'll never see on the court. But it might, discourage a shooter from taking that shot, or it might, if they try to split the pick and roll, being able to clamp on him and control where his body goes without getting a foul.
One of the other things that Kobe was talking to us about as far as the defense goes is that there's kind of a learning curve going on as far as knowing how to scheme properly. What's your sense of that so far in training?
Yeah, it's exactly what you said. It takes time, and you can't develop an identity in 2 preseason games, but you can build towards it, and that's what we're hoping to do. And I don't really worry too much about us offensively. I think we have enough weapons to be able to make that work. I just think defensively we have to be on the same page. We have to be on a string. And I think Kobe was talking about during the game, he just talked about the Spurs and how, you know, they have a couple great defenders, but it's not like they have these freak athletes who are just going up and blocking shots. It's just because they're on the same page.